Man, what's going on, family? Wow, it's a lot this weekend. This past weekend, huh? This past weekend, that was a lot. Okay, shalom, shalom, family. All praises to the Most High. Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are tuning in today. Shalom, shalom, Pastor Rick. Thanks for tuning in. All praises to the Most High. Hope all is well with you and your household. Um, yeah, yeah, it's a lot. But I'll say this first. All praises to the Most High that my wife's mom and brother is actually here. They visiting. Hopefully she can buckle down and get her retirement and stay for 10 to 20 years. So that's great. That's what we've been, um, making sure that they are here to see the children and everything like that. Just making sure that they can, you know, spend time outside of America because they have traveled, but I'm glad that they are here in Mauritius. Mauritius is a little bit different than other countries. It's one of the softest landings when it comes to the African continent. So yeah, that. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. So I know I did a video yesterday talking about family structure, and I'll probably break it down a little bit later. Um, but yeah, family structure is very very important. Uh, all praises, guys. Shalom, shalom. What's going on? What's going on? Robert Jordan, 5782. Shalom, shalom. Hope all is well with you guys. If you guys are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Greatly appreciate it. I always like to see, like, okay, we worldwide, I know some people on the continent, it's probably too early for them. But I know the time in the States is it's a little bit later, so all praises, guys. But yeah, yeah. What happened this weekend, y'all? It's a lot that happened this weekend. Um, yeah, I know. I think last week, I want to say Tuesday, when I was on the live and I was showing my phone here, talking about how the Iranian or I guess I could say Iran, they had a funeral and it was millions of people that showed up. And that kind of showed me right there, like, yeah, they're not gonna stop. We gotta think about how America, Israel, they took out 40 plus leaders, very important people to Iran, right? So just imagine if they did that to America. You think America would stop? I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, this past weekend, guys, it's been some hit lists put out on the U.S. president's life, the Israel Prime Minister's life, J.D. Vance, um, a certain senators, Marco Rubio and stuff, and Lindsey Graham is yep. I was just yep, Lindsey Graham. That's another one, and they actually came out and said, "Hey, we did that." I kept seeing that name. I kept seeing. I'm like, like what? Why does this matter? Why does this matter? Then once I looked into it, I'm like, oh snap, they not playing. So it seems like they're going backwards. So they're going backwards. So it's something that's shifting. Um, you got to be prepared. You really got to be prepared. This is what for me. I always tell people you have to prepare. You have to prepare for what is to come. So yeah, shalom, shalom, family. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the video. If you are just now tuning in, let me know where you are let me know where you are tuning in from. I see someone said Washington State. Um, yes, yes. Someone said Trump is next. Yeah, and then like this, the NATO summit. he was in Turkey, and I want to break that down too. So I got to break down family structure and what's going on with Turkey, right? Um, yeah, he was in Turkey, um, and what happened? So he made a deal with Turkey for the F-35 fighter jets, right? Turkey used to buy them, and then they stopped buying them, and then they started to buy fighter jets from Russia. The U.S. didn't like that, so they said, "Hey, you gonna have to get rid of all your Russian jets before we do business." I'm not sure exactly if they got rid of all the jets, but a question came up in their little press conference. Or the Turkey prime minister or president and Trump, they were having a press conference, and someone said, "Hey, will the U.S. sell the jets to Turkey again?" Trump say, "Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think so." So that's something that is interesting, and I say it's interesting because you know Turkey is involved in doing business with Russia, with China, with North Korea in a way, um, and all of these nations, all of these countries, Russia, China, Iran, um, they support Burkina Faso. They support West Africa in a way. They supply them with certain arms and certain military equipment, right? So it's very interesting to see what's about to happen. Yeah, Turkey, they play all sides. So it's very interesting to. I'm just sitting back. I'm just sitting back in my chair right now, just watching. You get what I'm saying? Just sitting back watching because some things is transpiring. Is it for the better or is it for the worse? I guess that depends on who you ask, right? So, yeah, all praises, guys. If you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, okay. Okay, someone's here in Mauritius. Man, you gotta. Who is here in Mauritius? It is pretty early for you, man. Or um family. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. You gotta let me know. Who is this? Sky 17171. Do I know you? But yes, yeah, shalom, shalom. Someone said Trump is an idiot. Um I mean I gotta be careful what I say. Um so I guess for me, I look at um yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jackie Cooper. Jackie Cooper from Spring Hill, Florida. That's what I was gonna say. Trump is playing his part. Yeah, Trump is playing his part. That's all I have to say. The Most High, He's allowing these things to happen for a reason. You know, so that's basically what I have to say. Yah's will be done. That's what I say. Um, don't somebody said don't say anything. I will. Yeah, but yeah, it's just look a lot of Most High. I mean, he's letting this stuff happen for a reason. I just know that we just have to, keep our focus on the Most High, keep our focus on, uh, you know, being righteous, keep our focus on a narrow path, keep our focus on, building wisdom, understanding, trusting the Most High. That he's just gonna make sure everything's good for us, right? So that's why I say, Yah's will be done. It's no feelings when it comes to that. We just got to make sure that our household is in order. Yeah, shalom, 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 family. If you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, it's always uncomfortable talking about that guy there. So it's just like, I just think about, man, he just really this year his family made 1.6 billion into crypto, and it wasn't like crypto like Bitcoin or XRP, XLM, or HBAR or something like that. No, it was meme coins. So you know how well and how much time meme coins take to make some money. If you are good, if you got a strategy and know what you're doing, you can make some money pretty quick. But 1.6 billion for his whole family, that's wild. It's like, man. But things are changing for the better. Would you say so? Or would you say things are changing for the worse? Let me know in the comments. Things are changing for the better or things are changing for the worse. Because that's what I said at the beginning. It just depends on who you ask. Just depends on who you ask, really. Yeah, shalom, shalom, Claudia. Can't wait to see you. You know, can't wait to see you guys. You know, um, yeah, yeah. So that's yeah. So Claudia, she or journey, journey of life. Um, said better. So things are changing for the better. I would have to agree. I know it's all this negativity in the world, all these distractions, all breaking news, everything that's happening right now. They want you to be distracted. But you got to realize what's happening in West Africa right now, too. So that's why I was talking about, um, Turkey and them being involved with Russia and China and Iran. And when you break that down, they're helping Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. They ban like U.S. Um, passport holders, like they can't enter the country. And then Trump is trying to do business with Turkey. So it's just like, man, something sneaky is happening. But at the same time, you know, um, the Most High will allow these wicked nations to provide a better security for his righteous people in a way. So whatever business that Turkey might be doing with the US, that business might flow through Burkina Faso and West Africa to make the righteous people, because Burkina Bay means righteous people. I guess I could say upright people. Upright people. Yes. Someone said Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning. Hallelujah. Yes, yes. All praises, guys. If you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Someone said the whole world is being judged. The US dollar is going away. Yeah. So the US dollar right now, because every time I get on here, I'm gonna talk about the US dollar. I'm gonna talk about some stocks and stuff like that. oil, oil is starting to pump up a little bit. And when oil pumps up, the US dollar pumps up. So for me, I know I broke it down in the live before, but it's getting down to when a US dollar is strong, that means that a lot of countries outside of America, all the countries outside of America, um, is that they're not using as much US dollars. So as the US dollar is getting stronger, yes, you can take advantage of that outside of America, but inside of America, it's just going to be more expensive. That inflation is still going to hit you, right? I just saw something that Walmart is going to start raising their prices because of tariffs, right? And I was listening to the video, and if you read about Walmart, Walmart has, or they 75% of their products is made in America. So the guy, or the owner and stuff, is using tariffs to raise prices, which is, I mean, that's his business and stuff, right? But that should tell you a sign right there. That's why I say the Most High is giving, his people signs, every day, every week, because that's a clear sign. If one of the biggest superstores in America is playing their customers, basically saying, "Hey, we got to raise these prices because of tariffs." Okay, so the average person that don't do research, they gonna be like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense, man, because of tariffs." But when you start to do the research, 75% of their products comes from America, or is made in America. So I can see that for South Africa, because South Africa does have a Walmart, and if Walmart is like that, this big grocery chain, um, you know, and they're shipping to South Africa, I can see, the taxes being taxed and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, they letting people know what's going on, and it's starting to be clear as day. And I know everybody on here that's watching, hopefully, has eyes to see and ears to hear. So, yeah, things are changing. Um, U.S. dollar is going away. Trump is destroying the dollar. King, shalom, peace to you and your family. Yes, shalom, shalom, family. Peace and blessings to you also. Someone said China. Someone said, I see the signs is clearly reads, get out. Yes, yes. Man, yeah, like that's what it is. I know he had a sister over yesterday, because she wanted to meet my wife's mom and brother and stuff. And yeah, it's like, yeah, we had some deep conversations with my wife and things, and it's deep. It's deep. Like, people just have to see it. Um, and some things, that's why I'm glad that, we do our research. We know what to look for. Um, and it's not even me. It's not even like we. It's really the Most High is giving us wisdom and discernment to see what's going on. So whatever comes across my eyes, whatever comes uh, across my ears, you get what I'm saying? It's just all praises to Him that I can, have that discernment and break down what's going on, because we was breaking everything down yesterday, and it was just like, man, yeah, some people knew this, some people didn't, and it's like, oh, y'all didn't know about this? Wow, like, I thought that was obvious, but some people, it's not obvious to them. So that's why I say, man, gotta prepare. You gotta prepare now. For us, we always say the best thing that you can do is get out of America. Um, of course, if you got financial problems, or struggle or something like that, we always say that's why you got to start in America, um, to do so. You got to start in America. You got to start your business, your online business. Try to do that as soon as possible, um, because once you move abroad, no matter if you have a retirement, no matter if you have a bulk sum of money, it's going to go away if you're not bringing more income in. So income is very key. For us, we say, business entrepreneur, nothing. Um, I'm sorry, guys. Uh, okay. But yeah, being a business owner and an entrepreneur, just learning your skills and talents, right? your experience, your experience in the workforce. Use it, monetize it, right? But this is actually what we start to notice, and I'm glad that we did this. Uh, and I know it's all praises to the Most High, really, guys. All praises to the Most High that He actually allowed us to think about this, because it's been heavy on my heart about group economics, right? And that's, I'm pretty sure a lot of people um, wants to do that, right? But it's like, how do you go? How, how do you go forth with it? So what we did, we thought like, okay, what's been working for us? You know, whatever's been working for us, I think people really need to understand that it works, right? And that's a business. Like, what is your skills? What is your talents? What's your experience, right? So, if you don't know, if you are a new subscriber, we've been here in Africa for 6 years, and it's all praises to the Most High to, lead us and guide us. And, three children, two in Tanzania, one here in Mauritius. Um, and it just really makes me think of, all the people that we met. Very, very knowledgeable people, very understanding. They really got the Most High Spirit, but at the same time, they might have less children, might have more children, but somehow it didn't work out. And that it's back. That people are back in the states, um, but it just really makes me think of like, okay, what are we doing that is correct? Of course, our foundation, the Most High, covered in the blood of Yahusha. You get what I'm saying? So little things like that, but or that's the biggest thing. I'll say I wouldn't say the little thing right there. I would say that's the biggest thing. Um, but it really gets down to endurance. It really gets down to not giving up. It really gets down to just having your ducks in a row, dotting your I's, crossing your T's, you know, doing your research, having a business, having multiple business, having multiple streams of income. That's something very, very important right there. So this is why we started the Stay of Diaspora Business Edition. So last week, July 9th, we actually had our first Stay of Diaspora Business Edition. And it was awesome. It was awesome. The people on there um, was someone that is starting to get certificates in AI, someone that is a what was a practitioner, and she's trying to monetize and level up her skill sets and start a business like that. There was another person with herbs and just the healing aspect of certain clothes, of shampoos, of lotions. You get what I'm saying? So you can see the vision, right? You can see how each cohort, each intensive in a way, which is, look, check the links in the description, check out our website. It's $100 and you get so much information. Like, they were so grateful of just everything that we share, everything that, just a community. That's one thing that I'll say that's the biggest thing that people have to realize when you move abroad. You got to have this community. And we see it all the time. We see these other nations, do it. We see the Jewish do it. We see the Asians do it. We see the Indians do it. We see, European, you get what I'm saying, do it. Um, and it just gets down to, why can't we do it? And I know it breaks down to a lot, guys. It breaks down to a lot because right now on these YouTube streets, it's a lot of distractions. It's a lot of division that is happening um, with our people, and I'm saying melanated people, if they're African or if they're African American, and it's a big distraction. Um, so this is why I say, look, it's time to get to business. It's time to come together, and if someone knows how to farm, you get what I'm saying? We need that person. You get what I'm saying? If somebody knows how to, you know, build a house, we need that person. You get what I'm saying? If somebody it's just all coming together. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And I really don't have to say too much, to be honest, because the right people is going to get it. The right people is going to understand. Like, okay, this is the beginning of something. So we just dropped that. Usually we would do say a diaspora travel, right? And the people that has joined us, please let me know if you are in the chat. If you are just now tuning in, guys, make sure you like the video. Make sure you let me know where you are tuning in from. But if anybody joined us in the state of the diaspora travel edition, when we talked about, five least corrupt countries and stuff like that, and residency pathways and visas and stuff like that, please let me know. Um, but now it's the business time. It's time for business. And of course, I'm not sure if we're going to go back to the travel because we have so many things that we do with travel, like consultations and mature adult intensive. And that's one thing. It's just like sometimes when the Most High show you something, because we actually started the mature adult intensive. This is a 4-week program where we break down any and everything that you need to know, um, like preparing to move to Africa. If that's retirement, if that's business, if that's investing, which country is going to work for you, right? Someone I just saw was that. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes that's how you know stuff is man. Hallelujah. I think I had a dream. I got to share it with my wife. Yeah, that was a dream. That wasn't nothing I saw. Man, hallelujah. Man, telling y'all, look, Most High is good. So mature adult intensive. There's a lady. Um, she's an older lady, and she was in a mature adult intensive, and she wanted to go to Ghana. Stuff didn't work out, but she's actually in Kenya now. So, man, that's crazy. That was a dream I had. I'm not gonna tell you my dream. I'm not. I don't tell y'all. I don't tell people my dreams besides my wife. Uh, wow. Um, but yeah, she's in Kenya now, enjoying. She's enjoying. And it's so great to see how you know our community is coming together where we can help each other like that. And this is why we started the mature adult intensive a year ago. This was like literally a year ago. Next month is going to be 1 year when we started the mature adult intensive. Um, and if you hear the name mature adults, that's what it comes down to. It has to be the right people. We we met a lot of people that's just they just not gonna get it, right? And it's nothing wrong with it. Like it's look, I pray that they will one day, but some people they just not gonna get it. So this is why we're attracting mature adults, mature in the spirit. You get what I'm saying? There's some people that is very knowledgeable. They're very great, but they might be immature in the spirit, right? So that's something that we notice, and I'm just glad that we are following, the Most High guidance because things do line up that way, where it's like boom, 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 everything is starting to line up, boom, 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 and it's great, and it's great. So all praises to the Most High. So, um, yeah, guys, if you are just now tuning in, let me know where you are tuning in from. Greatly appreciate it. Someone said, I agree with you. Never know when USA may stop Social Security. Viva retirement community is the village that you need for survival. Yes. Yeah. And that's why I was talking about the State of Diaspora Business Edition. When people come together and use their skills and talents, um, and recycle that money inside the community, because this is what we see in every other community. I want to say I'm gonna have to look that up because that's a good point right there. Uh, Give me 1 second. But basically, it's a recycle. It's a um like the community. So dollar. Mm, there we go. Let me just say that. Okay, here it is. So basically, the top community is the Asian community that cycles the dollar. So it probably stays in their community for 28 days. You get what I'm saying? So someone is or nine is touching nine people's hands before it leaves their community, before it goes to, another community or another nation's community, right? And that's something that I guess that's something that we need to learn how to do. And I believe the State of Diaspora Business Edition is something that is the beginning of that. So that's powerful right there. That's powerful. Let me see other communities because that's deep right there. Would you guys say so? Please let me know in the comments. So 28 days for Asian community, and of course I'm talking about the U.S. right now. somebody, somebody leave a comment and please let me know. Um, how long do you think it stays in the black community? Don't cheat. Don't cheat and look it up. Don't cheat and look it up. You got to kind of guess. Just give me a number. Somebody give me a number. It could be days, it could be hours. Please let me know. Okay, Pastor, you said 1 day. Okay, I say divide that 24 hours by 4. Ain't that crazy? That's wild, right? 6 hours, y'all. 6 hours. 6 hours. 6 hours. Think about that. That's wild. The age. Okay, I think they gave me a little bit more information. Okay, 6 hours before the black community for only about 6 hours before leaving. The Asian 28 days. The Jewish 19 days. Yeah, that's powerful right there. So we have to figure out how can we recycle and keep our money in our community. So I'm like this. I wasn't even thinking about, talking about this on the live and stuff. You know me. I was thinking about talking about Trump, but this is something powerful right here, where we have to, yeah, we have to fix that. Yes, we have to fix that, like for real. That's why, man. That's why we trying to do the things that we doing, and I can see it working out. If people come together with their skills and talents, no matter what it is, somebody gonna need your service. Like we gonna need your service. You gonna need our service, and that's how we just gonna build that slowly. So that's why I say Stay Diaspora Business Edition is the start of something very, very powerful. So check the links in the description. It's going to be on our website. Um, we have our next class is going to be July 31st. No, July 30th, 31st for us. Because we're waking up at this time, guys. So sometimes you have to sacrifice to be obedient. You get what I'm saying? And this is something that I notice when you start something and you start sacrificing, like you're doing something outside of your comfort zone. Um, the Most High will bless that. So we wake up at 4:30 a.m. um and get on a call because it's going to be 9 p.m. EST. You get what I'm saying? So that is a sacrifice, for my wife. For me, some nights, just depending on how baby girl sleeps and stuff. But that's a sacrifice that we are willing to make sure that we can have a time for everyone to join. So if you are here in Mauritius, you're gonna have to sacrifice and get up at 5. But if you are in the States, Eastern Standard Time, that's 9 p.m. Right? So I believe that's what Cali time, I think 6 p.m. So we're trying to do a time where everyone can join. Um, and yeah, I believe it's something the start of something huge. Start of this group economics in a way. So yeah. Yes. Yah will gather us and bless us again. Yes, shalom, shalom. If you are just now tuning in, guys, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And yes, Pastor Rick, we have to fix it. We have to. Like, we have to. Someone said it's not that we don't know how to do it. We are restarting it with our blackout, our dollar cycled 48 days before exiting the community. Okay. Yeah, I've been seeing that, but that's good. That's good. And it's just for me, I would say in America it's very hard to not buy things, I guess, because it's just so like it's so much that you can just like it's convenient. Um so that is something, for us, me and my household say, just get out of America, build your community elsewhere. Even if you build a community in America, we see it time after time, right? We see we see it time after time. Just think, uh, Tulsa, Oklahoma, with Black Wall Street. Um, we see recently too. I believe in Atlanta, they started something like that, but they did like a news report about it. At first, it was very powerful. People going. Everybody, yeah, buy black. Yeah, I'm going here, and then all of a sudden, everybody just slowed down, um, and stopped coming. So I'm not sure if they just had the convenience somewhere else. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's why it's once you be outside of America, automatically it's a healing that's going to be happening. It's a growth that's going to be happening. um it's going to it's going to be consistency that should be happening, where you need to um figure out what you got to do day to day, um week by week, month by month. There's just growth that comes with being abroad, to be honest. It's a healing. It's a healing. It really is. On Black Wall Street, a cycle 48 days before the accident community. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's what it is. That and that's something that's happening right now in our community on these YouTube streets. Uh yes, that envy, that jealousy. That's why it's like, okay, so Jackie Cooper said we don't have laws to protect us. Yeah, the law in America is obsolete. But as we see, man, it's just so much going on, right? It's so much going on with the Noah Wales thing, um, Carmelo Anthony thing. It's another. It's a European that did something, and he didn't get the time that Carmelo did, and it was something similar. Dang, what was the guy's name? Please let me know if you know what I'm talking about in the comments. But yeah, the law it doesn't. It's not. It's not going to help us. Like, to be honest, when is enough enough? That's what it gets down to. When are you going to see and be like, I'm tired of this? That's what we saw um in 2018, 2019. I'm like, man, we can't win here. We can't win here. We see we hear people on YouTube, they go get acres of land, just say like 20, 40 acres right in the country, right? Something that, we as a people would want to do, right? But guess what happened? Their neighbors started sneaking around their fences with guns and stuff like that. And it's like, and I'm talking about a black couple that actually got acres. And then all of a sudden, they got to sell it the next couple years because they don't feel safe. All the problems kept coming up. And it's just like, yeah, it's you just gotta know. I don't think it's gonna work there. You gotta listen to the Most High Spirit. The Most High Spirit is telling you to or urging you to move, and you see the signs, you hear what's going on. Um, you might want to listen. You might want to listen because it's like a window. He's allowing these things to happen for a reason, so his people can actually have that window to get out. Like really, really. So yeah, all praises to the Most High always. Make sure you like the video if you are just now tuning in. Make sure you let me know where you are tuning in from. Um, yeah, yeah. Don P. Ben Yehuda. Shalom, shalom, Aki. Um, he said that boy Casey in Texas almost the same case as Carmelo, and he got 3 years. It's not gonna be fair. It's like who you know. It really gets down to who you know, and you know, really, yeah, that's what it gets down to. Yeah, check check out Teo. I think okay. Check out Teo. Yeah, yeah. We watch Teo from time to time. Um, it just be so much because you know our channel. We really try to keep up for you guys of what's going on and try to connect it with um, everything that is happening in the world. Um, and the signs is there, guys. The signs is there. Have you guys? If you are in a state where it's flooding, let me know. If you are in a state where the fires are starting to get bad, let me know. If you are in a state where it's record heat, let me know. Um, if you are in a state where the tornadoes is about to come, let me know. You get what I'm saying? Flooding, like it's crazy. It's really crazy. The Most High is really giving signs. I'm not sure if you guys heard what's going on in China too. China is like Shanghai or something. It's flooded pretty bad. It's flooding pretty bad the last couple days. And then they had like a tornado that like out of nowhere. Like the rain, the flood, the tornado. That's crazy. And I'm pretty sure you guys know about Europe, the heat. People, thousands of people are dying. The earthquakes in diverse places. That's wild. Nation rising against nation. That's wild. I mean, it's not wild. It's just I believe the Most High is giving His people, the people that can see, He's giving us signs. He's giving us signs. So that's why I say you got to prepare now. You got to be connected to the right people, the right community. You got to be on this narrow path. Don't try to tippy toe off of it. Nope. You got to really stay focused, step by step. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Heat, earthquakes, prophecy. Yeah. Everything is the and I'm not sure if anyone gets this, but year by year it gets worse. Every year it gets worse and worse. So around this time, that's why I'm like, man, once you start to pay attention to, I guess for me, what allowed me to like start to understand a little bit better was obviously, coming here to Africa. Um, but I noticed that, you know, we are in America, we have the knowledge, right? We have the understanding. But when you come to the continent, they are walking the word and they don't realize it. I'll say most African countries, right? But you just have to have eyes to see, you know, like they do certain things that's biblical, and that's just their life. That's how they live. They're living, right? So that's something that I noticed, and then I'm like, okay, just getting a better understanding of the feast days and stuff like that, and how it lines up with harvest season, rainy season, harvest season, rainy season. You get what I'm saying? Things do line up, right? I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything. That there's a lot of, you know, work there. There's a lot of understanding that I'm not perfect. I'm not going to know everything, but I know that what I've been following is it's been lining up right on time every year. Every single year is not missing. It's not missing a date. It's lining up with the sun, moon, the stars. When you start to pay attention to certain, um, I don't even want to say zodiac signs, but you know how the zodiac signs are in the stars, and then you start paying attention of, hey, this when the new year come up, you should see this constellation rising, things like that. But yeah, that's besides the point. But I notice around this time every year, and I feel like for me and my household, we kind of go through some things before a lot of people. So I'm like, man, whatever we just went through, we know what it is, right? Now I'm starting to see a lot of people go through the same thing, and this happens every year. So someone said in a comment before, it was talking about like, but basically, our community is starting to go at each other. And I say our community like melanated people, and that's a big distraction because YouTube, they love drama. YouTube likes to push drama. So if you notice, sometimes we might, do like a crazy title just to see how it's like A/B test. You got to test and see what's going to work, what's going not, or what's not going to work. Um, but most are like when we say something bad in a title, people are going to click it. So YouTube pushes that drama. YouTube pushes that negativity in a way. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's happening right now, um, and don't get distracted. But also, there's a lot of good stuff that's happening right now too. But it just depends on the person. It depends on their foundation. It depends on what they believe. It depends on their principle and how their integrity. You get what I'm saying? It's really getting down to that time of the Most High is weeding out the believers and the unbelievers, the wheats and the tares, right? So yeah, like you don't have to say too much. You just got to do it. You just got to do some things and be obedient. You got to sacrifice some things to be obedient. So yeah, yeah. But yes, guys, if you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Greatly appreciate it. As you guys see, this is and certain things I do for a reason. So if you have been joining me on my lives in the morning, greatly appreciate it. And I sit here for a reason to let you guys see how the sun rises on time every day. The sun sets on time every day. I know America, they switch the times up and it's confusing. Sometimes, the sun might set at what, like 9 p.m. or something, 8:30, and then the next time it might set at 5:30. So that's why I say Babylon is a confusing land. America is a confusing land because I just don't get it. I just don't get why they do that. I mean, I kind of do, to throw a lot of people off to make sure, his people's not going to get it. But I'll say this because my wife been showing me these TikToks about CERN. Have anybody heard about CERN and how like they're going to be shutting things off until 2030? So that's going to be something that's going to be causing a lot of confusion that I've been seeing here. And for me, when things are said, um, I have to see certain things to believe it. Um, I gotta place my feet on the ground before I talk about it. So this is why, for me, I talk about Tanzania, talk about Mauritius because I actually stayed there. You know, or someone that tells me what's going on that I trust in a certain country and stuff. I can say certain things, but yeah, yeah, things are changing fast. Things are changing fast. I would say 2030. That might be the time to, or I'll say it might be too late. I'll say it might be too late. So there's a lot. There's a lot that's happening. So you have to prepare now. You have to. 2030 is midway to the Alpha Tav Entav over Egypt and Africa. Truth unveiled 777. Okay. 7:30 p.m. Okay. All praises, guys. All praises. Yeah. It's about 6:35 a.m. here. Um, yeah, we're just now starting the day. Or I'm just now starting the day. Everybody is still asleep. We've been having a long couple days because my wife's mom and brother been over to the house, um, just playing with the kids and stuff, talking. Um, it's been good. It's been good. I'm glad that they are here. I'm glad that they, made it out. Hopefully they stay. Hopefully they stay. So, guys, I'm gonna give you guys some gems. Um, please, when you before you move, get this bank account. Get these two bank accounts. There's a bank account called SoFi, 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 and get this bank account called Wise, WISE. Please, please. So things can just be so much easier for you when you move abroad, right? So I'm telling you, that's the way to go. That's what's been working for us. That's all I can say. That's been working for us. Of course, keep your traditional bank account. I'm not saying get away from your traditional bank account, especially if you are retired and you're getting a check or anything. Don't say, "Hey, I want my check to go to this bank." No, keep your traditional bank account. Just know how to move money around. Because I was having a conversation with someone and they didn't have Wise, they didn't have SoFi. They were thinking about telling the Social Security to change the their check to an overseas bank. And yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. They don't want to see like money leave. That's why I say you have to learn how to move money around. You have to. You have to learn how to move money around. And I guess we are different because we do it. And some people that might be uncomfortable for them. I don't know if that is something that people are used to. But when you are abroad, you learn how you just learn certain things. So that's why I say make sure you have SoFi Wise. Keep your traditional bank account. Keep your Cash Apps. Keep your PayPal's. Keep your what's the other ones? Chime. What else? Charles Schwab, Navy Federal, uh, Fidelity. Keep all those. Yes, I'm not saying get rid of them, but I just wanted to say that because that just popped in my head, and I had to tell someone the other day to make sure you have that. You don't want to use your traditional bank account overseas. The fees is going to be crazy. The fees are going to be crazy. Ooh. All praises, guys. All praises. Hope all is well with everyone. Hope everyone's going to have a good week this week. There's a lot of things that's happening. I guess I can say in the market. Uh, Tuesday, Wednesday, um, is CPI. So CPI is the let me see. Did I look it up on this phone? The other one. I'll do here. Consumer Price Index, I believe. Somebody said, "What about PayPal?" Yeah, PayPal is good to have, especially if you have a business account with PayPal. If you have PayPal business, um, that's no problem. Even if you have a regular PayPal card, you still can use it here. It gets down to Visa and Mastercard. So I know earlier I was talking about U.S. dollar and how it's getting stronger and stuff like that, and it's going to be obsolete and stuff. But when you start to think about those cards, when you start to think about um, how Visa, Mastercard, you get what I'm saying? Like debit cards everywhere. So even here, in Mauritius, when I see people with their debit card, it's going to say Visa or Master. Those are American companies. You get what I'm saying? That's something like very very deep when it gets down to like it like when is the US dollar, cuz that's something different right there. Um yeah. But yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday CPI. and this is gonna move the market. So yeah, Tuesday, my time, that's gonna be like 8 or not 8. My time, that's gonna be, and that's gonna be late for me. Okay, it's gonna be Euro. It's gonna be closed for a bank holiday, so Euro USD might be good to trade, or it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be good to trade. So when banks and stuff close in certain countries, but the other country, so like Euro slash USD, that's like a forex pair. Um, Tuesday, that's probably gonna be a good pair to trade and catch some big, big trades because all day the European market is gonna be closed, but the U.S. market is gonna be open. So that means that the US dollar is going to be moving. The European dollar is just going to kind of get the liquidity out of the market and stuff. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, the PPI. Yeah, it's going to be a good week, and it's some earnings that's happening in certain companies. Then Nasdaq, this thing is just dumping. So yeah, this is what I do, guys. This is why I'm like stuck. I'm over here, like, okay, yeah. So Monday, so today there's 26 earnings. Let's see. Tuesday 25, Wednesday 23, Thursday 32. So if you are in um stocks and stuff like that in the market, this is a good thing to do. And once you start to realize um these earnings, just say ELBM, right? This is Electro Battery Materials Corporation. You got to think like little things like that. You can catch some big plays. You can really catch some big plays in the stock market just by earnings. So the next couple of days, I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff is going to be jumping up. Nasdaq, um, the S&P 500, QQQ, VOO. Yeah. So guys, if you are interested, right, in learning how to invest, learning how to trade, I do have a crash course in investing and trading in uncertain times. So we are in a time of uncertainty. So learn this skill set, guys. This is a way to have this group economics grow even faster. Just how I was saying earlier. If we know how to allow our money to make money, if we know how to allow our dollar to make a dollar without us having to do something with our hands, or you know we could just put it in a stock, put it in a ETF, let it grow, right? That's the way to go. But yes, check the links in the description because I do on our website. It's right there in the description. www, or no, I think it's like https, journey with us, move to Africa.com/investing, small I. Check it out. There's going to be 3 chapters for free that you can read to see how I break everything down, to see how things are going to be talked about and stuff like that. So check that link in the description. We do have a free Zoom meeting, Zoom call, July 19th. So that, I believe that's next week, July 19th. This is the things that we are going to be talking about. And I think it's going to be a perfect time because these earnings are coming out, and there's going to be a lot of um, money to be made. There's going to be some things to make sure that um, you can do and understand. So, yeah. Do you work with us to know how to trade? Yes, yes, of course. Yes, of course. So we have I have one-on-one sessions. So if you want to have like a deep dive and understanding trading, understanding, if that's day trading, if that's position trading, if that's swing trading, yes, that's what I do. So I'm an educator, I'm a coach, I'm a teacher. Um, obviously because I'm a father, right? So yeah. Um, yeah. That's no problem. No problem at all. So guys, yeah, it's been an hour. So thanks for tuning in. If you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you are tuning in from. But I say this is why I I, I just say what works for us and what has been working for us. And that's why I say you have to learn. You have to learn. You have to grow. Um, yeah. Learn how to get your business together, get some cash flow coming in, allow that cash flow to make money when you know how to invest, you know how to trade. That could be options, that could just be forex, that could be the Nasdaq, that could be gold, could be oil, crude oil. You just got to know the times that we are in. You got to know the cycles that we are in. Um, Little things like that. That could be certain ETFs. Um, yeah, it's time to really step up our game because 6 hours. That's wow. That's how how long the black dollar stays in the community. 6 hours. The Asian, 28 days. The Jewish, 19 days. That's crazy. So let's really build this group economics. Check the links in the description, guys. Check out the website, read the sales page, see if it's right for you, which I believe it is. This is something powerful that we are going to be helping each other. It's not just one person helping another. No, it's going to be a whole group helping each other. So check the links in the description. The only way you can join a group is to join the State of the Diaspora Business Edition, and that's how you will be able to get into that group. So the people that are in State of Diaspora now, that's more for travel. But we made another group, and a couple people try to join it, but they can't join because they haven't they haven't signed up for the business edition. So yeah, yeah. All praise to the Most High, guys. Um, yeah, I believe this has been a good live. All praises. I will be talking to you guys in the next video. About to I might record another video while everyone's asleep. So yeah, all praises, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I will be talking to you in the next one. Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings to you and your household. Just stay on this narrow path. Make sure that you don't tippy toe off. Make sure you're staying obedient. Make sure that you're enduring to the end, no matter what situation that you are going through. Endure, endure, endure. Be obedient. Um, Sacrifice what needs to be sacrificed. Um, yeah, yeah. Increase in wisdom. Increase in wisdom. Ask the Most High for more wisdom, understanding. Be diligent with it. Have that integrity of righteousness. So, all praise to the Most High, guys. I will talk to you in the next one. Shalom, peace and blessings.